We know Soundpeats already from good, affordable, true wireless headphones, and Soundpeats sent me the Free2 Classic right now here, and this is a very interesting 35, maybe sometimes under 35 euros true wireless headphone, and yeah, we want to check it out right now, so let's get started. This is what comes included in the box, the true wireless headphones themselves, a USB A to C cable and a few ear tips as well, medium size and small size and large ones. And that's basically it. There's a manual of course as well that describes everything that you need to know. Let's take a look at the case. I have the white version here. You can see there's a prominent LED on the front. We have like a plastic material, but it looks like and feels a little bit like fake leather or something like this, or tries to imitate leather. Then we have this plastic stripe around the lid, and the lid is made out of plastic. We have the USB-C port at the back, and then we have like this kind of plastic stripe there as well that gives it a little bit of more structure. And yeah, if you open it up, it looks like this. The lid is pretty solid, opening up and closing, and I can get the buds out very easily here as well. The magnets are holding strong. The LED will show the indication of how much power is there, so red and green, and when it's charging, I think it's flashing. Let's take a look at one of those earbuds. So you can see the Soundpeats logo here, and this is also a touch sensitive area, so you can have gestures like the typical Soundpeats gestures, one touch for volume, double touch for play pause, and press and hold for next or previous song. So you have everything that you need. We have some pogo pins there, we have the speaker there, and we have something like here where I think there's the microphone holes as well there. Let me zoom in, maybe we can check something out there. Are the microphones hole there? I'm not sure what there. I think there's a microphone there as well on the bottom in the silver lining there. So yeah, this is basically the earbud. Let's check them out in my ear. So how do they fit in my ears? Pretty nicely. So I can put them in like this and then twist them around a little bit so they fit nicely in my ear and have a very comfortable fit and seal with them, especially with the larger tips that fit my ears pretty nicely. I can even sleep with them if I want to, but I could accidentally trigger a play pause or something like this. Talking about play pause, like one tap is volume, double tap is play pause, and press and hold is going forward and going backwards depending on if you press it on the left or right side. So they're pretty well equipped with everything that you need, and even like a light tap or press is working, so you don't have to push them further in your ears. Very comfortable even for prolonged listening time, so fit and finish, pretty good. Let's talk about the sound quality of the Soundpeats Free2 Classic, because this is a pretty good one. It is pretty warm, very bassy, very heavy in bass, very punchy in bass, so emphasis definitely on bass, but also high, so very typical V shape with the cutouts in the midst, a lot of cutouts actually in the midst, so that it can be sometimes a little bit muddy, especially with the lower mids being like a bit too muddy sometimes. But in general, for this kind of price, this is a very engaging kind of headset, and especially very useful if you want to listen to a movie, to very bassy music, for example, with a little bit of punch, for sports, for such an activity. It's pretty good, as well as some warmer sounding radio or podcasts that definitely work fine, and even TV series are no issues with this as well. The delay on such shows is no issue at all, and even with gaming, I think most of the casual games that I played on a phone were working fine with those true wireless headsets. So sound-wise, these sound pretty awesome for the price, 35 euros, keep that in mind, and can definitely compete with like up to 50 euro, maybe even 60 euros when it comes to the sound quality itself. Can you do good calls with the Soundpeats Free2 Classic? And I think you can. This is now a sample with the Free2 Classic, recorded in a very quiet environment, and they focus very much on your voice, so they're filtering out noises as well in louder environments. Sometimes you sound a little bit artificial, but at least you are understandable by your counterpart, which is quite nice. So for calling, definitely good. When we talk a little bit about the technicalities of those here, they come with Bluetooth 5.1, and this is something that I noticed sometimes because the reach was not always there. I have Soundpeats also with Bluetooth 5.2, I think the Engine 4 that have 5.2 or 5.3, and they have a little bit longer reach, especially here in my apartment, and those sometimes they are cutting off when I'm leaving my smartphone in one room and go to another room. But nevertheless, the sound was otherwise very stable if I'm very close to my smartphone. No issues at all there with this. And the quality here that you can get is SBC and AAC only, so there's no LDAC. Usually Soundpeats also offers LDAC for some of their true wireless headsets, but this doesn't really matter, I have to say, because these are for casual listening. You don't want to have analytical listening with them with the highest possible audio bitrate possible. No, these are like for casual listening, and for 35 euros what you can expect. And when it comes to battery life, they're pretty good. 8 hours with each earbud, which is quite nice, and you can get additionally 22 hours with the charging case here, so 30 hours of playback time, and this is roughly what you can reach. At least 7 hours you can reach with them with AAC on. If you have SBC, you can get the full 8 hours, even a little bit more even. And otherwise, yeah, the only thing that I really don't like is the flashing red when you're charging, which for me is like, it's not like charged, and it's solidly red when it is charged. Weird. I would expect it to be green when it's completely charged, but this is like my nitpick on this one here. Otherwise, maybe also the Soundpeats app I could not make run with this, so no EQ possibility with those here. I expected them to work, but I tried several smartphones and they said, yeah, please connect your Soundpeats headphones, and I went to the connection center and connected them, and they were connected, but the Soundpeats app did not find them. So my guess is that they don't have any EQ option, and this means also no firmware update that you can get with those here. So this is a slight nitpick that I have with those. Otherwise, pretty fine for this kind of price point. But yeah, there might be like a little bit under heavy fire now with those other very different true wireless headsets that came out this year, because this is a headset or this is a set from last year already. Otherwise, I can just highly recommend it. If you find it like under 30 euros, then this is a steal and a bargain, especially with the long battery life. I can highly recommend them. And I will put a link down below as well for you if you are interested in the Soundpeats Free2 Classic. That's everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, bye.